Are you still happy?
I'm still.
We're live. We're so live, dude.
Great to see you, man.
Great to see you. Bloom. We've been pounding Blooms. Shout out to Bruce who put me on. So I'm going to show some love to Bloom because he shows love to Bloom. But we're here with my dog.
It's so good to see you, man.
Best to see you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you. Just, I have to say up front, first and foremost, you are doing wonders for Westwood, bro. I love watching everything that you do. Not being here, but being from here and watching everything you do it just makes me happy, man.
Thank you, man. It's funny fantastic. Being back. It's interesting being back, and it's cool being in the space that I'm in right now because I don't really think I really knew. I didn't do it for like the impact of my hometown in any way, right? Like it's kind of I chased what I chased. I did what I did, and then you start realizing that you do inspire. You do have a lot to pass down. There's a lot of really awesome businesses and people who don't get shine, you know? And so why wouldn't I put forth the effort to give them, you know?
You have a skill set that every business needs. Like, no, you know, there's no doubt about it. You need that. Social media is essential. It is crucial.
Yeah.
And you just bring it to the table, man, and you knock it out of the park every time. And it just makes me proud, man.
I appreciate it.
I love seeing it.
It's my dog.
It makes me so happy when I'm out in California and I pull up Instagram or TikTok and I see you.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
You're definitely going to see me because I haven't stopped doing social media for like a dozen years. So.
Yeah, I know. You're like the one constant in my life.
I am a constant. If you've been following me since I started, it's been forever, whether this, that, or the other thing. But no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate it. And every time we catch up, man, we have great conversations, and this is overdue.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I think you came here probably last year, right? The first time I'd seen you in a minute.
Yeah.
Probably last year.
Yeah. And then we over at Five Dimes, and we had a couple minutes, and we just kind of got real.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned it to me, and I was like a little apprehensive at first.
Yeah. It was early days.
Yeah. And I'm a little camera shy, you know.
No, come on.
No. It's true. It's true.
Are you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I just gotta. I mean, I say that I am, and then I'll just kind of forget that it's there.
Does it make you feel better if I were to tell you that your fear doesn't show? So like I see you on camera a lot, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just anything I do something experimental, I get nervous. I just get the anxiousness.
Where does that come from? Why?
I've always been. I mean, even as going far back as like 7 years old when I was taking piano lessons, and we had the annual Christmas party at my at Mrs. Brown's house, and I think Wycliffe Lake or something. Samantha Schreier and I took the same teacher. But even that, we would have to, you know, do 3 or 4 pieces, and I had to practice it, and I'd be in a room with maybe 5 or 6 other kids and Mrs. Brown, and I'd be shaking, dude. I'd be trembling.
Really?
So all the way back, you know, 30 plus years till now, it's just something I have a relationship with, but it's not something that's it's not fully here.
Yeah, I don't think people pick up on it though.
Yeah, well, I mean that's also probably I've just trained myself too, and I've done really like when I was 24, I took my first acting class in LA, and I honestly, like, more than just I want to try acting and try to like move people emotionally with the performance. A driving force for that was get out of my own way, get comfortable being uncomfortable, develop that relationship with discomfort, and have it be a healthy one, and stand on stage just, you know, naked, so to speak. Your body is your instrument. You've been on stage, you know what that's like, and being raw and emotional and experiencing a range of emotions on stage, man, was just like the best therapy. Yeah. So I became addicted at 24 to acting class because of the rush it gave me, in terms of how I felt, like my humanity. I felt aligned with it. I felt in touch with it for the first time.
Yeah. Like ever. Like that was the first moment that you felt it click.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Did you feel like because you were overcoming whatever anxiety or fear you were feeling too, that feeling of, wow, I can do it?
There was a little bit of an invincibility.
Yeah.
The irony is that I went all in when I was in LA. I was only been there a couple of years, and I was like, I was bartending at the time, and a lot of my coworkers were in film and they were taking acting class.
Well, let's go into that real quick. Where did you bartend? Because this, it's not just everybody was doing
Pump.
Yeah, it's a big.
Yeah, Pump. Lisa Vanderpump.
You were in it. You were in the thick of it.
I was in the thick of it. I was playing the role. So I was doing everything I could to have to be a successful bartender in that like machine of Real Housewives, reality TV, and that whole like celebrity Hollywood culture. Like, it was fun
at the height of it too.
At the height of it.
It was hot when Vanderpump was out. You're thinking about all the shows that kind of like some of them set up that time, but it was at a peak.
Yeah,
like reality TV between Bravo and MTV, and I mean everybody was kind of ABC with all like Bachelor, and everything was kind of at a peak.
It really was.
Yeah,
I was living with a guy out in North Hollywood, someone I found on Craigslist. And I know
gotta love it. You can find anything on Craigslist.
You can find anything. Luckily, he was a Jersey boy. He's actually the bassist for Puddle of Mud. His name's Mike.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's also their manager. I just got lunch with him last month.
That's amazing.
He's a great guy.
What a name.
He's also
drop.
He's also an entrepreneur. He has a whole line of lobster and beer. It's called Lobster and Beer. These little quick service casual restaurants. They serve lobster and beer.
Yeah.
And they're all over Southern California. He just opened in Texas. He's a great guy.
That's
smart
awesome.
guy. But he and I was living at his house. I was in between jobs at the time. I'd only been in LA for a short, maybe a year and a half. And he was big restaurateur, hospitality guy, been managing restaurants, State Social House, this famous Sunset Boulevard, Sunset Strip place where like rock and roll legends would go. He managed that place, and he was in between jobs himself, and he got this offer from Lisa Vanderpump to be the GM, the opening GM.
Wow.
I'd been living with him for a couple weeks, and he goes, he's so nonchalant. He's like, I got this gig. It's in the gay part of town. I don't know if you're down. You want to come and be a bartender and a manager? I'll teach you everything. It's easy. I was like, I thought about it for him. He just twisted my arm, and I was like, sounds fun. He's like, you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And at 24, I'm like, well, a lot of money sounds really good. And I took it. I took the job.
Wow.
And I was one of the bartenders.
How long were you doing this for?
I worked there for about 10 years.
10 years. So 24 to 34.
Mm-hmm.
On and off, or like straight through? That was your income.
Straight
steady
through.
Income. Yeah.
It was my steady income. I averaged maybe 3-4 days a week. And I mean, unfortunately, I can't get into too many of the crazy details because it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? I mean,
I've watched the show.
You've
Thanks to
seen
my
the
wife,
show?
so I know enough about the craziness. At least only what was on TV, though.
Yes, and then what wasn't filmed was even crazier.
I could imagine.
And I wasn't even I had a couple offers by Ken and Lisa. Lisa Vanderpump and her husband Ken Todd to be on the show, officially a cast member on the show, and just being in my mid-20s and then later in my later 20s, I was so ambitious. I was so trying to be by the book. How do I become a sustainably working actor in LA? Well, career suicide is to get famous for the wrong reasons. And my best managers and people I looked up to said, don't do it. And do
you regret it?
There's part of me that wonders what would have happened had I gone on there, because I never would have drank the Kool-Aid and gone off the deep end like so many of them do.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not lie to ourselves here. A lot of them do. We see it.
It's happened progressively for almost all of them.
For all of them. And that generates eyeballs. Like, people love watching the shit burn.
Yeah.
But I was always like, well, if I just don't want to upset my parents. Like, I don't want anyone from Westwood or mom and dad or brother, sister to ever watch me and be like, I'm embarrassed.
Let me ask you something, though. That's an interesting topic. Do you still feel that way?
About my life?
Like not that, of course, like we all don't want to do things that make our parents like look at us a certain way, or our peers look at us a certain way. But sometimes when we think about that and our minds are like, well, they're going to have an opinion of me because of almost who I am, in a sense, like all of me. If you think like that, sometimes it takes away from
inhibiting.
100%. Takes away from your potential.
Yeah, that's a great question. But I think I think it's just all about authenticity. Like it's coming around,
and people and people have to come around to that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So, but back to like the earlier point, that being who I am and where I'm from and how I grew up, I wouldn't be able to be authentically myself in that environment.
That makes sense.
With all the drugs and the alcohol and the whatever the storylines they were shooing into, the Bravo machine.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to act to that degree.
Okay.
Because that's reality. There's like, it's real, but it's not. I'll go and act, on stage or in a commercial or on a film and be that character.
Correct.
But that's a different part of the brain.
This is you on a show.
And then people's perception of you, we were talking about earlier, perception is reality. They're going to perceive you as that person, and they're going to treat you that way off camera. People see Tom Cruise, they don't say Ethan Hunt, they say Tom Cruise, they would just consider me, they would conflate me with how they perceive me. And that wasn't something I was prepared to do.
I got you. Do you think about potentially, was that a thought in the moment, or do sometimes you look back and can you say to yourself, well, listen, I could have been authentic, or do they push you to be inauthentic? Like, are they like, you can't be on this show if you're a dud. Yeah. We need you, like, as I know how it goes behind closed doors, they want.
I just had this crazy thought.
Okay.
I signed an NDA in 2014. I don't know if this still applies.
Okay, all right. We don't have to take it there.
No. Screw it, bro.
All right.
Screw it. I'm down to talk about whatever. I just remember the day zero at Pump when I signed that. When the whole, all the employment papers and everything, there was an NDA. It was like, you can't talk about this, where you're at with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? Where are we at? It's 12 years later. Screw it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Lisa's not watching this, although we have a bond, so I love her.
We might make one of these clips pop off, and
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have a deep love for Lisa.
She seems dope.
Yeah, and her husband too. He's really the one that runs the business, the show,
the face.
The show, like meaning the operations, the business.
Yeah.
And he's really good at it, but he's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. But I don't know. He's from a kind of rough part of England, and we're from Jersey. There's a solidarity there as far as how we talk. You kind of it's kind of like that Sopranos, wise guy kind of not way that you and communicate with people is the way that what he responds to and what he respects. So I'm talking way too much about Lisa and Ken.
This is good. I was asking questions.
It's way interesting. You can ask me anything you want.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy to talk about it.
I'm curious. I'm curious because I watch the shows. I see the shows. I know how it goes. I understand, like, a lot of times, it can translate into a career. It does translate into a career. When push comes to shove, it does. Now, whether they take that take the bull by the horns and do what they're supposed to do with it or not is kind of up for debate.
Yeah.
Whether they do it right or not. But it does give you a platform.
It does. And few rise to the top.
Yeah, they do. And like, I've watched some of them. Some of them go through heartache and some go through painful moments before they do. And they get sympathy because, like, this person cheated or this person that or that person whatever. And then they kind of capitalize on it. Like, I see it from a marketing standpoint.
I really wanted to leave high school in the rear view. I really wanted to. Yeah. So I saw that happening around me. I stayed behind the cameras.
Interesting. That's an interesting take.
Yeah. But
felt like high school. Wow.
It did. But I love my friends that I made there. Had a lot of fun, late nights, a lot of growing. Yeah. The best job, if you want to be a business, if you want to pursue a business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to own your own business, or just be better overall in negotiating the world around you, get a bartending job. I'm telling you, like, I never found my voice until I became a bartender, because then I had to play different roles depending on the situation, depending on whether that customer was being disrespectful or this customer was being loving and kind. On a dime, I had to switch my style of reciprocating.
Each person's different. You're dealing with all different personalities. Yeah.
Better than any business school, communications class could ever teach.
School of Hard Knocks, life you.
Yeah.
Will teach you so much more than any school. I mean, it's a good comment. Like, listen, if you're gonna go and chase something, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, and like, genuinely do. I want to be this, or like architect, like whatever you want to do it. Better know you want to do it, but you're going to learn the world outside of a thing. Yeah. You need to put yourself out there. You need to be around people. You need to be negotiating and navigating the different, all of the different things that come with people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's unpredictable. You got to be on your toes. Not to mention bartending. Another reason why I'm partial to bartending is too, because your multitasking skills just have to be. You have to take 6 orders at once. You have to deal with tickets from the servers. You have to know inherently how to make cocktails on the fly. And it's all your skill sets all at once. But I don't recommend it long term because it's not good on the body.
It's a burnout.
It hurts the knees. It hurts the back. So the day
you gotta keep up too.
You got to keep up. And so the day I was able to put kind of hospitality behind me was a very happy day. Yeah.
Well, let's get into why. So we know each other because we grew up together. Yeah. Right. So we grew up in the same town. We played sports together growing up. We're a year apart, but we were always around each other. Parents around each other.
Yeah, from like 7.
Always 6. Through high school, and then everybody goes off to college, and you kind of realize the world's much bigger than your hometown, which is a shock to most people, I think, in the early days. But you go on. So, like, I remember when I started doing music and coming to find that you were also in the entertainment space. We're probably 2 of the people that our peers around us were looking like, since when do you do that?
Sure.
Since when do you rap? Since when do you act?
Yeah.
So, like, when was the moment, like, that you decided, hey, listen, I'm going to pursue the arts?
Great question. I grew up drawing, painting, playing music, as we talked about, piano lessons early on, classically trained, and then, painting, drawing, all that. Even had a portfolio ready to go. I applied to art colleges in high school. Okay. I got into art colleges.
Wow.
RISD was a big one that I was gunning for, and then had a conversation with the parents, and they said, "Well, what kind of job?"
Fair.
Look, no knock to the parents. They were just trying to be really practical.
Yeah.
At the time, they're like, "Well, what kind of job can you get with an art degree?" And so it kind of took a step back and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go undeclared," and then eventually became a business major at Delaware.
It's usually like the safe.
It's just the safety route.
Yeah, learn business.
Yeah,
where it goes is where it goes.
That's right. And so the whole time at Delaware, my favorite classes were always like the elective artistic ones I would take. I took music. I took some art. I took art history. I'm like, this feels like who I am. And then you go on to learn like, that your 7-year-old self is the most authentic version of you. And if you think of yourself at 7, what you were doing, trace it back to today, to modern day. If you could take those elements, pull from that, you're really going to be the happiest version of you. Think about yourself at 7, what you were doing, and
which
how
is
you're
hard.
doing. It's so hard. Yeah. Life is so heavy, but if you can strip it down, but it was the I get the business degree. I get a fantastic internship at MTV. I'm going in and out of MTV for a year, for a summer. I get the full-time job offer. I worked there for a year and a half. I'm like, awesome. I'm at MTV. I'm in the digital ad sales department. It sounds cool. I right off the bat, I didn't like what I was doing. Okay. I was like, well, this is like, I could be doing this at any company. And I wanted something like authentically MTV. I'm like, MTV, it's business, it's music, it's art, it's movies, it's entertainment. So, there's something here for me.
Yeah.
I start taking informational interviews all around MTV.
What's an informational interview?
You find a directory and you find someone important that runs a department that you may be interested in.
Got it.
MTV movies was my thing that I was looking at the most. Find higher up people, say who you are. I want to take you out to lunch. I want to buy you a coffee. Just want to pick your brain.
Yeah. So internal within
all
MTV.
Internal.
Yep.
No real like, hey, I'm trying to laterally move or anything. I mean,
just navigating.
Yeah. Finding myself out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend doing it the way I did it because I didn't ask permission to do any of this.
Yeah.
Word got around. My bosses gave me a warning. They said, what are you doing? Like in my head, I'm like, I could be gone for a week. You wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
You know? Not to like sound entitled at 23, right? I'm not. Just play by the rules. It's politics, but don't let yourself go. Find out what you're interested in, and at a company like MTV, with it was a heart of Times Square. It was 2010. There was something there I knew that I could do. I just needed to kind of spread my wings a bit, and I was like, well, I'm already in here. this is fantastic. I'm going to take advantage. Long story short, a lot of politics. It felt like this place just was a little bit more toxic than I wanted it to be, that I was prepared for it to be. So I before I left MTV, I was like, I joined this thing called Escape the City, which was it's funny that it's named that way, but it was this group of like young professionals in New York that felt like there was something more, and they didn't really know how to do this. It was like kind of right before social media really took off, and I went to this like inaugural like meeting of the Escape the City founders and people that were part of the company, and we did this exercise. It was like, what's one thing if money were no object, what's one thing that you would do right here and now? And just the thing that came to mind was like move to LA and audition for film and TV.
Wow.
And I found that booklet not too long ago, and I had this kind of like,
wow,
goosebump moment. And then about a year and a half later, I was doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you got it. Was there moments at MTV that gave you that push to be like, I want to be in front of the camera, not behind the camera? Like, was it something you saw? Was it something that inspired you, or you just kind of gravitated to what your gut told you based on what?
Well, at MTV, we got a lot of perks working there. Like there was this VH1, it was called the You Ought to Know Artist every month. And so there were, 3 or 4, I'm blanking on the names. I know Sia was one of them, but it was at a time, it was like a really interesting time in music where like that indie rock thing was really kind of coming full circle. Yeah. And I was seeing these people like in private concerts in lobbies on like the 23rd floor happen. And I'm like, wow, like look at these people. They're so free. They're so aligned with themselves. It's so authentic. I'm like, I'm not feeling this.
I want a part of that.
I want that.
That feeling.
Not
the person helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feeling. I just felt like I had something more to offer. Like I just, you just want to be yourself.
You do. I don't know if everybody really, it's interesting. It's like, do you think people are really themselves? Do you think that people can really truly be 100%? I mean, not that they can't. Of course they can. Do you think people typically are 100% themselves? Because I struggle with this. I think most people are in jobs they don't want to be in. I think people are in relationships they really don't want to be in, or they're not communicating through how to maximize that relationship. I think there's a lot of aspects that we settle for and then ultimately fall victim to settling for. This is life. This is who I am. And then there's these moments where it pokes out, like who you are and the best of you technically, right? But
that's a great question. I think I agree with you. I think most people aren't who they are. They aren't themselves. Yeah. But no judgment. I have all the empathy in the world for them, because we live in a society that puts a blueprint in front of you.
Yeah.
And you think we all drink the Kool-Aid that we have to follow.
You kind of have to.
You have to.
To some extent.
You have to.
To some extent. The world is designed, like our society is designed to keep us as workers for the thing. If you really look at it, like if you got to go make money, you got to go support yourself. It's not that simple to say, hey, I'm just going to be me and make money. Yeah. That's not, you don't really know how to do that when you're young. You got to play the game. So you go and work for somebody, you get inspired by somebody, you play the long game, you're playing chess, you're building mentors, you're putting your money away, you're investing the right way, you're putting creativity, you're learning, and you're learning yourself through the process even more. So you're doubling down on some things you thought you were, and then you're pulling away from, wow, I really thought I was, but I'm not. And so you're navigating, but I think it's very difficult for people in general to be able to chase who they are. And I, like, as an artist, I feel like artists probably fall victim to this more than anybody, just because they're itching to put their creativity out there. Like they're itching to do it, you know? Yeah. Not everybody's an artist. In their own way, maybe they are, but like they're not creatively acting, music, like the things we know of as art, designing, whatever the hell it is. So yeah, I think people have something inside of them that they want to put out there, and they're scared to do it based on the fact that it's not going to give them the stability that they need to live the life that we're taught.
So it's a risk reward. You have to weigh the opportunity cost of doing all this stuff. And after working at MTV for a year and a half, I'm like, I ultimately quit. I was taking the bus in and out of the city every day, and I just would look to my left and right, and I would see, some very, unhealthy, unhappy guys that I know had probably been taking that 165 Parkway Express in and out of the city for the last 40 years. And I was like, that's not my future. I got to break free from this.
Mm-hmm.
And so, look, it's like I said, weighing the opportunity cost. I had saved a little bit of cash. I knew California was kind of in my future. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but I decided I'm going to move there, and I'm going to pursue creative pursuits. I'm going to maintain flexibility, hospitality.
Yep.
Therefore, I can find what it is that I want to do long term, and break free from the blueprint that is ascribed to all of us, and then in that process, align with who I am and what I've always wanted to do, and who I always thought that maybe I could be, and that's led me on my entrepreneurial journey and has sustained me on my entrepreneurial journey ever since. I've been an entrepreneur since 2012, and I haven't had an office job since.
Wow.
And look, there's the thing about entrepreneurship. Look, the difference, and this, like between like being an entrepreneur versus the guy on the bus that I described earlier, is the highs are a lot higher and the lows are a lot lower for entrepreneurs.
Yep.
The amount of emotional regularity you need to be an entrepreneur is like, they should write a book on it, because
it's headsy.
It's headsy.
It is extremely headsy, but it's such a thrill.
Yeah.
I love the highs and lows. I've learned to appreciate the highs and lows a lot. I've also been somebody who does go and get, if I need to go get a job or need to find stability, I'll go do it. And it has to be something that allows me to continue to be entrepreneurial. I have a family, so I think about it a lot. You know what I mean? But it's not for everybody, dude. I think it's you have to experience it to know it and understand what comes with entrepreneurial. It sounds like a simple concept, like, oh, I can go and start my business. I have an idea and. Yeah.
Hey, dude, I
go try.
It's funny. It's funny. We were talking about this today. Last night, I watched The Social Network.
Oh wow! And first time?
No, I'd seen it. But it's been like 15 years since I've seen it.
Yeah,
which is when it came out. So probably when it came out. And Justin Timberlake character, who plays the founder of Napster, has a one night stand with this girl played by Dakota Johnson.
Yep.
And she's like, she doesn't know that it's Sean Parker yet. And she's like, so what do you do? And he's like, I'm an entrepreneur. And she goes, so you're unemployed. Yeah. So and that really resonated with me.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
Just as much as you are employed, you are unemployed.
Yeah.
You have no sustainability. You have no your runway.
You're on your own.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. It's not easy. It's not simple. And you have to convince people to like buy into your whatever it is.
Yeah, dude. In trying to get investment, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Trying to raise money is a challenge that no one teaches you. You have to go through it.
Yeah.
And you need to get people on your team who are smarter than you, who have been there and done that.
Correct.
And trying to convince them is even harder than raising money.
Yeah.
To see your vision. I mean, it's
not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart. But like we said, the highs are like addictingly high.
They're addictingly high. I think the greatest part, my favorite part about having navigated entrepreneurial ventures is now knowing I can, more so than forcing the idea that I am. I now know that it doesn't matter how old I am. I'm not against I'm not racing the clock the way that I felt like I was in my 20s and even into my early 30s. Like I now understand. Sometimes it's like, be very patient with yourself. I am an entrepreneur and I am creative and I'm always being creative and I'm always doing something that gets it out of my system. I've chosen to not overdo anything that I feel it has to really, for me to commit 100% to a thing, I have to be convinced it's the only thing. Otherwise, I play the game and I do podcasting, I do clothing, I do whatever. I wait for things to hit, and it does enough for me. I'm happy. I'm satisfied in some regard. internally, but far from satisfied when it comes to like being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like I know what the potential is.
Yeah.
I've never doubted how far I'm going to take it, never doubted how much money I'm going to make and all this. I just don't, it needs to feel right.
Yeah.
It needs to hit a certain way. I need to play the game the way I need to play the game, take my time.
You can't be an entrepreneur without having the loftiest of lofty goals.
Lofty.
You need to have something that is like unreasonably unachievable to anybody else.
Do you think you know it right now? Do you think you know what the thing is? I know you have some things that we'll talk about, like your business and what you're involved in right now, but like when it comes to your goals as an entrepreneur, is your entrepreneurial thinking attached to a business or a plan, like one, or is that like the segue into where your entrepreneurial vision really is?
You know, that's a great question. You know, when we would be in college and we had like mock interviews, you know, in business school, we would do all these mock interviews. You dress up in a tie and a suit and you go get interviewed by like a grad student to kind of feel what it feels like to be in the world. And the question I hated the most was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, there's no way to know. The world is so rapidly changing. How am I supposed to predict where I'll be in 5 years? The thing that all I want in 5 years is to continue, to be guaranteed that I'm going to continue to learn and adapt and learn new skills. Never trust anybody who claims they know everything. Maintain ignorance and push and learn and grow. That's all I wish for myself at any moment for the future.
Yeah.
Like that Matthew McConaughey says, he's like, my hero is myself in 10 years.
I love that. That's a great quote.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's a great quote. And he hit it on the head. It's the truth. Yeah. You do have to kind of see where you like have an idea as to what you see. Sure. But you have to be 100% okay with the fact that whatever you're seeing right now is not
going to be the thing. Have a goal, be malleable. Have a goal, be flexible. Yeah. So yes, it's funny because I know more than what like the specific vision of what I'm doing is how I feel. Like I can feel how I want to feel when I have that major success that I'm working towards. It's the feeling of the financial freedom. It's the feeling of community and family and nice weather or whatever, or you know,
how I want to live my life.
How I want to live my life.
How I truly want to live my life.
Yeah, and as long as I'm aligned and authentic, I'm happy. But I know for me personally, it's artistic in some way. That's a broad term. I've dabbled in a lot of different artistic pursuits, as you have. And so wherever it lands, I'm happy with that. Yeah. But in the moment, I am really loving the team I'm with, building something really cool and special, a novel, and that's what I do believe is gonna push me and us towards another level to where we can then have that flexibility and resources to then do because we've done it before at a smaller level. But we achieved something in 2021 that allowed us to then launch the thing that we've been working on the last 5 years. So I've seen the proof of it occur, and I go, okay, so now there's a blueprint in this way for me.
Yeah. I mean, what you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to get into, I'm going to go pee. All right, we're back.
All right, we're back.
Pee break done. All right, listen, what we're going to do, man. You brought some things with you.
I did. A little preamble, though, to that, because I think it's crucial to kind of know, to kind of like...
a little background?
Yeah, so I work with Brian and Sam and Chad and a few other guys, but Brian and Sam and I, when I first moved to LA, I met them in 2012. I moved to LA that first week. I was just grinding, trying to find something. Resume door to door. I was so open. I was just excited to be there and just wanted to just do something in town that felt cool. And there was one person I knew in LA at the time in 2012, and it was Alex Thanasides. The family that owns Conrad's. Yep. And Alex, I didn't really know Alex too much, but I knew her father because he sold me and my family cell phones all growing up at Cellular Signal, which is still there. And now
that was theirs?
Now it's AT&T. I don't know if it was theirs, but I know her father worked there.
Got it.
So they sold us 100 phones.
The phone plug.
Historically, the phone plug. And so I called her, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're in LA? This is great timing. I'm actually working with a production company, and we need good people, trusted people, trustworthy people. I know you, I know your family, I know you're a good guy. Come and interview. Like, you have the job, but wink, wink. We have to just do the formality. Come interview with me, and we'll just talk. But we'll do it in a place that makes it look like it's official. I'm like, cool. What is it, and where are you? And she's like, I'm in the Hollywood Hills. We're making a TV show. I was like, what? No way. That's what my dreams come true. I'm here a week. People spend 20 years trying to do something like cool in LA, and here I'm doing it day one. What?
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I take my beat up 03 Camry, and I go up into the Hollywood Hills, and I meet her at the top of Blue Jay Way, the Bird Streets. Blue Jay Way, made famous by George Harrison, wrote a song at a house on Blue Jay Way called Blue Jay Way. You had neighbors.
Such a time you're like,
I know,
this is the dopest thing ever.
I'm going up this road. I come to find out later that Jennifer Aniston, Keanu Reeves, and Bublé and Tyler Perry all at homes on the street.
Wow.
And at the top of the street is the office.
Wow.
The house, but is the office. So I come to find out that this house is a residential address, but is being used for an office because the rent was cheaper than an office at the time in LA, downtown LA. And it was something like $20,000 a month. I learned that later. And it
nothing
was
crazy,
but in 2012. And so huge home, $1 million view.
Yeah.
Pool house, pool deck, and everything. And I'm like, Alex, great to see you, but what is this? This is insane. I'm just a 24-year-old, like, fratty looking Jersey boy rolling up with no style. And I'm walking in, and I see, some very important people in suits and a whole bunch of Chinese television executives in suits in the living room with these floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking all of LA, the city, and the ocean. If you could see the ocean from the Hollywood Hills, you're very high up in the Hollywood Hills because it's very far.
Yeah.
And I'm just overwhelmed. And I go in the background. She's like, hey, so this is a television show we're making for China. And you don't have to know anything about film or China. You just have to be willing to learn and be excited and be a sponge. And I said, I'm in. Like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Let's do this, part of my, like, the interim between moving to LA and quitting my MTV job was watching LA shows, Entourage, Californication. So I was so romantic about LA, and I was like, I'm so in. It was such a special time in LA at that time too. It really hasn't recovered since COVID entirely. It was such a special time, 2012 in LA, and I'm there, and she says, you're going to be the second assistant director. Here's a production manual. Learn what that means. And George will be your first AD. You will go under his wing. And so for the next 4 months, I helped cast the show, secure locations.
Wow. Just thrown into the fire.
Into the mix. And it was a show about a group of Chinese and American friends that were traveling across America. It was a show made in Mandarin Chinese. Wow. But the actors were both white and Chinese. Wow. And so the requirement was that everyone needed to speak Mandarin. It was going to be like a 70-30 Mandarin English show, but it was made for Chinese television. Got it. And it was so, if you think about it, that versus today, the amount of hurdles and red tape at that time versus now with just your phone making something. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. The pre-production went really well. I was just learning every day. I ended up renting out the apartment I signed a lease for in Santa Monica that I moved to a few weeks later because the executive producer was like, we have so much room here, move into this house. So I moved into the master bedroom's hallway because that's how big this place was. Yeah. And I had an air mattress there, and that became my office and my home for the next few months. We go.
Kind of awesome.
It was awesome.
It's gotta been
the highlight of my life.
Yeah, but
highlight of my life.
Yeah.
And so we were just a few days away from shooting this thing. It was going to be. It had a road trip element, so it was going to be a traveling crew, California, Florida, and a couple days before we were going to shoot, we had this big meeting, and our executive producer said, I'm so sorry, everyone. This is not happening.
Wow.
You all have to leave. we are leaving this house. I'll pay for you for wherever you need to go. If you have to fly back home, I'll do that for you. But this is not happening. A lot of tears, a lot of questions. They didn't tell us anything.
To this day?
No. I was actually one of 3 or 4 people actually that got, but there were about 60 people in this house. There were about 3 or 4 of us, including myself, got pulled aside and by this team, this executive team. They're like, hey, listen, we think that we can actually make this thing, but I'm not telling that to everyone else because I want to keep you. I want to retain you guys. I love your drive and your passion and your energy, and I want to keep you here. I just don't know when this is going to happen. I don't want to lose you to the ether. Yeah. So I'm gonna put you guys up in a house. Just tell me where you want to be, and we'll do it. And we're like, here's the budget. Go find a house, and I'm gonna pay for your rent for 6 months, 12 months, however long it takes. We get this home in Manhattan Beach on the water, gorgeous. And literally for the next 6 months, I'm learning about film. I'm watching film. I'm learning what it means to be a crew member on a film and a producer. And we go into it, and it's great. It's relaxing. I'm living my life. Like, this is a dream come true. We weren't really too privy to what the executive team was doing at the time because I know that there was a funding issue and he was trying to secure funds, and I knew he was overseas doing it, and I knew he was in India doing it. We come to learn that we're going to be needed in India. Okay. So we all get our passports stamped with Indian visas up in San Francisco. And we prepare for a trip to India, but we weren't needed in India at that moment. So we went to England as like a stopgap because we knew some people there, and we spent some time there, and we were kind of like prepping there. And then there was it was revealed that oh man, I don't know if I should say this. I mean, it's been on record, but we were gonna I'm ready. Okay. Part of what I'm going to tell you, I wasn't aware of it at the time because after many years of like developing friendships with these people, all the stories were told to me. But what was happening that I wasn't aware of at the time was that one of the employees of our company, who was an Indian national, had stolen all of our working capital, $3 million worth of money, and he went back to India, never to be found.
Wow.
With the money. But our executive team didn't want to reveal those details. It's just on a need to know, basically.
Yeah.
But they had what they were doing behind. Why he said to me and some of the others, like, hey, stay here in LA, is because he was working on some solutions.
Got it.
And
so needed some people to be ready.
Yes, for when he thought those solutions could happen. Yeah. And so what we realized was going to have to happen. So we were going to get the money, but it was going to be in physical rupees, okay? Because for like the one IRS we have in this country, they have like a dozen of those in India. And it's a bribe-based society. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying that's what I was told.
Yeah.
And so because of the bribe-based way things go in business there, it was going to take forever for that money to get to America. So we were going to go put it on a plane and fly it over, Argo style.
What are you in?
I'm on the phone. I'm in England. Yeah. Imagine this. I'm in England. I'm 25. I'm on the phone with private, jet charter aircraft companies saying,
hey, we need to fly.
Can you get me a plane, chartered from Mumbai, India? What's the pay? How much? What's the heaviest it can get?
Yeah.
And can I charter it to either Guam or Ireland? Yeah. Because those are the nearest U.S. territories from Mumbai. And then the idea was then to then put those bags onto a commercial aircraft.
Sounds like
sounds legit. Sounds great.
It sounds like a good
yeah. So
you're not gonna get in trouble.
No. So Indian jail sounded really extreme. So needless to say, that didn't happen. And the whole thing, I think, was second guessed. And then I was, instead of flying to India, I went back to Manhattan Beach and I, closed up shop and we shuttered the business.
That's it.
Yeah, and that was it. And then it was that was
probably for the better.
I think so. And then I was at a crossroads and I thought, okay, I could drive back. I had all my stuff and possessions in my car to drive back to New Jersey, or I can stick this thing out. I'd been in LA for a little over a year at this point. This is before all the bartending stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And
well, you said you were 24.
Yes, 24. And this was, okay, do I drive back home? Do I stay? And my parents still tell me, hey, I remember that phone call. I was sitting on the steps overlooking the beach, I had all my stuff in my car, and they were like, you moved there for a reason. Don't come home. You got this.
Yeah, that's actually awesome.
Figure it out.
That's awesome.
And they said, we'd love for you to come. We love you. We'd love for you to come home, but figure it out.
Yeah.
I figured it out. That's when I moved into that guy's house in North Hollywood from New Jersey and ended up working. 5 years later, we ended up making this television pilot.
Yeah.
But in a much more surgical fashion where we had way less people, a much better idea and concept. And then we filmed a pilot for $100,000. We raised money and we shopped it around to Chinese streaming services. And then it got put into development hell for like 18 months. We signed a shopping agreement with a company called Propagate.
Okay.
I think Propagate. And we were going to leverage their Chinese distribution network. Ended up not getting made. And then kind of like COVID started happening. And, China and doing things with China and COVID. It wasn't really the best time to do. Got sticky. And so, all of this is happening. I'm gigging. I'm kind of doing some acting things. I'm doing some commercials. I'm auditioning. To this day, I'm doing some auditioning, and it's a lot of fun. And then there was an opportunity to take over this health and wellness company. I'd been in touch with the guys from that TV show from 2012, and they really liked the fact that I'd made sacrifice and dedicated time to helping see their vision through, and they thought this was like, hey, let's bring Collin aboard. And so in 2019-20, there was a health and wellness company that CEO from 2012 was hired to run, and he helped me come on. He took me on board. That health, it was like an IV therapy, like concierge service at home IV.
When you say taking over the company, who's you and partners?
Yeah. So the CEO of the TV show from the Chinese TV show, American guy. So, I mean, he just had a passion for like international relations and ventures, and he had an international Rolodex. But he's just a smart businessman. But no, he took me on as like part of his CEO team. Got it. And this other guy, and we worked on it for like 6 months. COVID happened.
Got it.
So we pivoted our business plan. We onboarded COVID testing. So we became this premier concierge on-demand COVID testing business.
Wow, capitalize on the opportunity. I mean, it is an opportunity. A lot of people did.
Capitalize on the opportunity. Yep. People didn't want to go wait on lines at centers and risk exposure. And we just focused on high net worth individuals in Los Angeles, film sets and weddings. And that became our bread and butter for like 2.5 years.
Got it.
Mind you, the same guys that I'm working with are the same guys that I worked on the earlier ventures with.
Cool.
So all this is there's like a through line. And then obviously you have a business that is generated by a pandemic, is short-lived. It's not long-term sustainable. And we knew that. So before the pandemic ended, we started planning for what's next. My boss, Brian, came to me. We had this really fun exercise, actually. We were looking to, because we had developed an app and a technology for this COVID testing company, and we thought, what if we kind of pivot it? We remove COVID and we add veterinarian services, and let's have an on-demand concierge service for vets. And I'm like, okay, so we work on it for a month. I hate this idea. I'm not passionate. This sucks. I don't want to do this. Yep. So one day,
this came from you. You're saying this?
Yeah.
Or like kind of collectively, you're all in that.
I'm saying it in my head. No one's saying it out loud.
Got it.
A month goes by. I've researched. I'm just over it. I come to the guys 9 a.m. I go, guys, on a Monday. I go, I know we're in the thick of this thing, but let's just take a breath. Let's go our separate ways for an hour and think about, like, if you could do anything in this world, at the time we had the flexibility, the resources to do it, what would it be? Let's write down 10 things that get us up out of bed in the morning. If we can make a business out of it, write them down. Let's come together and compare notes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can come up with a new idea for something interesting.
Find a sweet spot. Yep.
And that became this company, Mint, M1NT. Brian, our CEO, is like, I've been a lifelong card collector, which I knew about. He's like, but there's never been a premium case for my most prized cards, whatever. Something with glass and metal, prestigious, beautiful, classy, premium, premier. Like, and so we kept doing research. Like, no, none of this exists. So we ended up making some crude drawings, hired a designer, and put together some renderers. Ended up having to hire a design and engineer firm in San Francisco, former Apple engineers, and start prototyping. And that was 5 years ago. And now we have our finished product here in front of me.
Wow.
And we're going to be distributing and selling this now, finally in 2026 for the first time to our wait list.
Wow.
Finally. And so in all that time too, we talk about like social media marketing. Brian, his love of card collecting and the industry, the hobby as it's called, we started filming him just talking about it. His first video blew up 30,000 views. This was like TikTok in its early days, where it was so, the virality was just, so we're like, oh, there's something here.
They were feeding.
Yes.
Yeah. They were feeding you to the algorithm.
Now he's this, he has this authoritative voice in the space because of that. And we've been able to use that as kind of like a beta testing platform, get people excited, hint at what we're doing. He's the kind of wholesome, fun-friendly card guy, goes to card shops, card shows, hands out packs to kids in baseball game, professional sporting events. And I'm involved with that.
Yeah.
But throughout that time, the really reason we do it is because we have a long-term business plan. That's this.
Yes. Yes. And you have to figure out how to get the attention.
Yeah.
Right?
Attention is everything.
It's crazy that it's all.
And we have it organically.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. And then just create dope content.
Never pay for marketing.
Never pay. You don't have to.
And we have a substantial, robust wait list that is dying for these things right now. And
so let's see these things.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And the objective, right? So I remember when I met you and I met Brian. Brian actually was at Five Dimes, right? So I remember meeting you guys. And I remember you showing me a case. You had a case.
Yeah.
It's not this, I assume? It
was one generation behind, but you wouldn't notice because the internals have been updated.
Got it. But I remember you showing me, and then and I remember we talked, actually, we were just talking about my buddy who does Pokemon, Gangster. My buddy Bags, the Poke Gangster.
Love it.
I got it. Yeah. So this is something that is it primarily for the sports cards world? Is it one of those things that can be adopted in any collector card? Like what's the vision? And then let's see.
The vision is creating kind of our tagline is Mint provides the best way to present, protect, and preserve your collectibles in a new, beautiful way.
Yeah.
Our emphasis is on design and functionality, the merging of those two things. The whole reason we built this company is because if you get a card graded, and authenticated, PSA, if people know this world is the industry leader, you pay a fee, it gets authenticated, and then it gets assigned a grade, 1 through 10 typically. There are a few graders, but they're kind of the main one. And then when it has that grade, you could then go on eBay and it has this agreed upon value according to the grade. And there's a set registry. And now you have confidence that this is real and it was graded by a professional. And now you can sell it for however many thousands, tens of thousands, and millions in some cases.
Got it.
And we were always like, okay, but the Mickey Mantle that sold for $12.5 million a couple of years ago is sitting in the same cheap, flimsy plastic that your 50 cent, Frank Thomas card is in that you got graded by the same company. Like one just has different numbers and letters on it. And it has, obviously the card inside is different.
Yeah.
But the case is the same. It's 99 cent cheap.
They put it like in plastic and then they turn around, they put it in another plastic and it's like double.
They sonically weld it. It's like archaic technology. We're like, well, let's do something better for those cards that people want to really covet.
Yeah.
And so we built something for like someone, a collector,
real collectors, like this is yeah.
They want to look at it in a new way, and for it to be. And there's such counterfeiting in the space. People break on the cases, make a new grade, print something new. Now they can sell for more money, right? And it's so hard.
Yeah. How do you prove it?
There's all these cases that come up all the time about, hey, there was a lot that was sold of Pokemon and it was all counterfeit. Okay, and it happens all the time. And so what we've done is we've built cases made with, and again, for your few cards, maybe just one card, okay, because they're gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
What you're getting with this is a counterfeit. It's counterfeit proof. Okay, it's made with stainless steel, glass. There's an RFID NFC tag inside. Actually, the same one that your iPhone has. So it's incredibly secure. We're developing a platform on the back end that it will speak to. So it'll be like a phygital token.
Oh wow!
So it'll be also not only a physical product, but a digital NFT, and they share the same. So if you sell or trade or buy an NFT like one of these, you also have to provide the physical product. I'm not so on that project, so I'm a little limited on my knowledge on that, but like the thesis is essentially what that is.
Yeah.
So like I said, function meets design. And so these are just two examples. These are prototypes, but they're the kind of what will be sold. And this first one is a New York Yankee.
And hold it up to.
Okay, so here we have 1993 SP Derek Jeter rookie card.
The GOAT.
The freaking GOAT.
The GOAT.
The cool thing about this case that I love, we call this Sunset.
Can I see?
Yeah, absolutely. You got a bezel.
It's heavy.
It's a substantial, piece of art that you're holding. When you're used to those plastic cases that has a grade on it.
Yeah.
This is very powerful. And the great thing, what I love about that, not only the color, because the fact that we have that real estate, you can experiment with the colors.
I love that it says it. So each one is custom to the card.
Yes. So you have laser engraved details on the side. So your focus is on the card. You're not looking at details above or below a card on a piece of white paper sealed in a plastic case that looks like crap. You're like, oh, this is actually beautiful. And so for me to seek out more, all I have to do is turn it over and I see the information laser etched on the side.
Dope.
You see a logo, you see a grade, and inside you have the art. So it's scannable.
Yeah.
We have displays that we're building where you could put it on the wall, and the display underneath will have a screen that will read out the details of the card.
That's cool.
And that piece of equipment is in development, is not only a display feature, but a security feature, because it's going to be built with electromagnetics that have
connected to.
It goes in, and with your biometric finger reader on the side, you can activate an electromagnetic force that will prevent you from pulling it off.
Wow! So almost like like at an iPhone Apple store, when you have it's connected to a cord, but same concept.
Same concept, but like incredibly powerful. Like
so,
top of the line.
Is this more B2B, B2C combination?
Combination, yeah. Great question, because we have people that want to buy it, like DTC.
I'd imagine, yeah.
But
big collectors.
Yes, but we could never release these without a grading partnership, because that's the legitimacy, that's the credibility.
Correct.
We're not just going to say like, oh, we're graders now. Like there's that's a losing battle. There's so many out there that are so prevalent and have been around for decades, and so we're going to be partnering with the graders. So we have partner right now, MBA Mike Baker Authentication, and he's actually employee number 1 from PSA, and he has his own grading company that looks at inconsistencies across, because there's a handful, at least there are more than that, but a handful that are taken really seriously, grading companies. There are some inconsistencies with the grades, and even within like a PSA, you can get 2 cards that are PSA 9, let's say, and one looks different than the other. Like, how was this guy like half asleep when he graded that card? It looks way different than this one. So what he helps is provide more of a consistency across
the board. Got it.
In an effort, I think the industry is going towards more of a kind of like a governing body eventually, that we're talking about assets. I mean, there's entire asset classes that people are getting coached into investing into
for cards. Wow.
As an alternative asset.
Wow.
And so here we were talking about Pokemon. This is just an example, because we can do all types of cards.
Charizard?
Oh, no. Unfortunately not. That's a card that I learned about like when we put it in. apparently Pokemon people love it. I don't know anything about Pokemon. It's called an Umbreon VMAX, and it's actually a prize right now for we have hobby cases sold right now, being sold at Walmart, and each hobby case that we purchase, hobby cases is our other product. Each hobby case that you purchase is a chance at a prize.
And this is a prized card.
Yes.
You know the value of this card?
It's about $3,000.
This is a $3,000.
Yes. Yes, it's about $3,000.
$3,000.
Part of the gig is that we come across some like really heavy hitting assets in the collectibles space.
Yeah.
So you asked earlier about like, hey, like long term. Yeah, we're doing cards now, but the idea is to kind of extend and expand the technology to like coins, shoes, comic books.
Wow, I should so connect you with my buddy.
Let's do it.
Just from just marketing standpoint, like additional marketing. Like I don't know, you let you guys do it, but he's deep in the Pokemon world, like deep, and he's an interesting character for the Pokemon world. He'll definitely get you some attention.
The Pokemon is a wild and crazy wild.
It's
west
a crazy world. He was he's with the guy who sings. I just saw a post.
Steve Aoki.
No, Aoki's big in it, but they're around with like Steve Aoki. They've been around him, like Waka Flocka and all the bunch of those guys. But no, the guy who sings the Pokemon song.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I saw some of those videos recently.
Jason, something.
Steve Aoki is actually one of our brand ambassadors.
Is he?
Yeah, he owns.
I know he's big in the space. So my buddy Bags has been with him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, from time to time, like at all these different events and stuff.
Yeah, he's just a big kid.
Yeah,
I've been to his home in Vegas. It's just nothing but like, bro, you walk in there and it's toys from floor to ceiling, wall to wall.
He's throwing cake at people still.
Yeah,
he's a legend. And what is he? He's probably in his 40s. He got to be in his 40s.
I think he's older than that.
Is he?
Yeah,
50s?
Yeah, I think so.
He looks fantastic.
He looks. Yeah. Well, he's getting on with that guy that wants to live forever. He designs his whole supplemental.
Was he in the Netflix show? Was it a Netflix show?
I think so.
There was a show about
kind of red, short red hair kind of guy, like
he looks,
porcelain skin.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
And exactly what it is. And he's taking shot. He's purposefully doing everything he can to live forever.
He is doing it.
Trying to reverse the aging process.
Yeah, and I think it's a respectable feat. I look forward to his discovery. And
he seems to be motivated. As long as you're motivated and jacked up about your thing. So what's the end goal? So like you guys now, you're about to launch in 2026. Mm-hmm. It's a product that is going to be visible more so in the business world, like big is it big collectors? Is it big like what is if it's B2B, who's the B you're selling to?
Yeah, well, there's so many different ways. This again, I said the term earlier, but it's the Wild West, especially collectibles. There's a lot of different strategies. One of the one that I'm probably most excited about is that we're going to be working with Ken Golden Collectibles, the Golden Touch, that guy on Netflix that has this series. If you go on there at any moment, it's in the top reality.
Yeah, right now it is, right? Yeah.
So he's down in South Jersey, just outside of Philly, and he's an auctioneer, and he has Babe Ruth's bat, he has Mickey Mantle signed baseballs, and there's Heritage Auctions, there's a few others, there's Sotheby's. Golden is the one that has the best marketing and the best visibility, and they're like the cool kids on the block, right? The other ones are more like legacy brands, and they have their purpose. But Golden we're going to kind of do a little bit of an aligned launch,
partnership, like of sorts.
Yeah. And a launch there where we're going to be putting graded cases of ours up on their auction. Okay, and then eventually onto their television show.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like you were. That's why I asked B2B, B2C, because I could see people buying this not so much because, correct me if I'm wrong, like having a card. I see more people buying it intact.
Yes.
Versus I need a really good case for this one card that I have.
Yes. Well, there's no way this only gets sold with a card inside.
With a card. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was asking B2B. So I'm on.
Correct.
Okay.
You got it right. You got it absolutely right.
Yeah, because I think it's one of those things where you almost don't even realize how good you have it when you purchase it from an auction or something like that. Like, this case is sick, and you can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more allure to the.
That's right. Yep. It's a scarcity play.
Yeah.
It's people asking questions.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of social media around it, and so maybe even a little too much. People are like, "When is this coming out?" Does
that create like a competition? Do you have competitors?
we were nervous about competition.
Okay.
Maybe from year 1 through year 2, maybe 3. The last 2, no, we were not worried about it at all.
Because nothing really popped up.
Nothing popped up. This took years
So
to invent and patent and get right. I'm actually patent owner on it with the other guys in the company.
Wow.
And among this one as well, and we have a couple other ones that are patent pending.
What do we got over here?
This is the hobby case. This is how it comes. So this would be on your store shelf, right?
Nice.
It's a new way to like have your card, your interchangeable, casual cards. You want to just have something in and out and not really worry about, but also you can throw it around. So
this is lighter. This is not as. Got it.
Yeah. And so this is how it works. It's just you have this tray. The card goes in the bottom just like that.
Wow.
Magnets come together.
Wow. This is dope.
Yeah. And then it slides in, and it's very satisfying.
So is this something that would be more? This could be sold more to an everyday.
Yes, DTC.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The other one is like
the heavy hitter.
I can feel it.
This is available right now on Amazon and Walmart.
Yeah, like this I could see flying.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun with these over the holidays because we have placed in them randomly golden tickets. Think Willy Wonka, right? And so those golden tickets, the hobby of card collecting, there's what's been around for decades is this it's called redemption cards.
Yeah.
So, you open up a pack in 1989, Upper Deck, you can possibly get a redemption card to go to the 1990 World Series. That's a prize.
Yeah.
Topps does this. A lot of these kinds of companies do this. So what we do is we give prizes, we give big cards, we give these kinds of cases.
Wow.
Fans of Mint, like, oh, cool, I got an early prototype. We give those out. Experiences. Brian, my CEO, has become a bit of a personality. We've had people have experiences with him. He took a winner out to his all expense paid NFL game, 49ers at Rams. This is week 1 NFL.
Wow. I have ideas.
I love ideas.
I'm not going to share them on the podcast, though.
I hope you don't.
I'm not going to do it right now. No, I'm saying I wouldn't do it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just not going to.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say it to you right when we get off.
We'll talk, because what I'm always trying to and wanting to do and pushing for in this company is I want us to do things that only we can do.
I just think you have it's unique. And if it's the case, which the goal I'd imagine is to become the case, like the case that, it's in a mint. Oh, you got a mint. Like I could see it, whether it be personal use or, something like this.
This is called the G1. This is called the G1.
And that's a good, it's a good name.
Like Generation 1.
It's just a good name in general.
The G1.
It's sleek.
Yeah.
It's luxurious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then G2, I can't imagine what G2 is going to be.
I can't even imagine it either, man. We'll see.
It's going to talk to you. It's going to be Don Mattingly's, Derek Jeter's voice, like, what's up, motherfucker? Welcome to my
AI generated voice. It's going to make your coffee for you.
Yeah. No, I see. I'm not I have never gotten into the collective world. Like, he used to be like Dan Mastrangelo, for instance. Used to be big. I mean, he still is. I think. Like,
and
the Mastrangelo is big into that space.
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I still see him once in a while, like posting stuff, and it's like some cards that I don't know why that's such a thing, but apparently it's such a thing.
Such a thing.
Yeah. But it's a very interesting world, the card collecting game, dude. It's such an interesting world because there's so much. You're right. It's an asset.
Yeah.
It's genuinely an asset, which only really appreciates. Like, it rarely, the right card doesn't depreciate if taken care of.
Yeah, if taken care of. And there's always scarcity. There's only a finite amount.
Correct.
Especially like those like early 50s cards that I was talking about, like the mantles and the things. But our goal with this company is to make ancillary products as well that all kind of work in concert with one another. And that's what we have going on. We have engineers working right now on additional products that will work with these products and help display them. Because right now you just have them, we have them here in our hands, and we're talking about them. And they're cool. But there's also a need for them to be displayed, secured. We're working on all kinds of different things that we're going to roll out.
Such a simple.
Yeah. And so
I like little grips that actually allow you to that. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Something therapeutic about it. I could sit here like probably having a conversation with you, and if I had this card in my hand, just keep going like this.
I know it's satisfying.
Yeah. There's a thing about this.
We call it the modern day fidget spinner.
It is a thing, dude. It is a thing.
This has been a labor of love, bro. Like, the amount I've had to learn as far as manufacturing, dude. I've had to liaise with the Chinese manufacturer on this and learn I think I might be user number one for ChatGPT for like, what does this, because not only was there a language barrier, but it was also, what does this manufacturing term mean? And how do I communicate that back internally to my guys?
Yeah.
So been on both of these projects now 5 years, and we're just hoping to, look, we got a couple of them over with Fanatics right now in New York.
That's
hoping
big.
to work with them.
That's big.
How that kind of came full circle. I know we might be short on time, but Michael Rubin runs. He's the CEO of Fanatics, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, so Fanatics bought Topps for $500 million like 3 years ago, and Fanatics is like the go-to sports merchandise, memorabilia, experience company. Hats, games, ticketing. They do everything. They're just sucking that whole industry up, right?
Yeah.
And they're doing a great job, and they got a great operation. 3 years ago, when we were kind of early in this company, I was working as a bartender, event bartending, and we hadn't started talking to Fanatics at the time, but we had this, like we were talking about lofty goals earlier. We had this big whiteboard in our office, my apartment office, just all the partners we ever wanted to talk to, right, or meet with. Steve Aoki, we got him. Derek Jeter, we ended up talking to him. Wasn't the right time for him or for us. We will eventually. Fanatics, Michael Rubin, high on the list. 3 years ago, I'm event bartending. I get a gig offer through one of the apps for the bartending company, bartending at Michael Rubin's house in the Hollywood Hills.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I know exactly how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
I have prototypes. I put them in my pockets. I'm one of 25 bartenders working at this white party that he had going on.
Yeah.
He was celebrating like the NBA Finals. He had all these NFL draft picks.
His white parties are famous.
Famous.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, I have a mission. I go to his house. I'm working. A couple hours go by. I see an opportunity. He's just walking around. There aren't too many people around him at that time. I beeline for Michael Rubin. And I go, hey, Mike. Or Michael. I don't know.
Yo, Mikey.
Yo, Mikey. He turns around. I don't even say anything. I hand him, not these exactly, but, 2 prototypes just like this. I put them in his hands. He goes, what? He's so confused. He's like, what? Because he sees me in the bartending uniform. He's like, what do you, are we working with you? I go, you will. I go, this is the future of collecting, and we're going to work, we're Mint, and we're going to be working with Fanatics and you. This is the future of collecting. These are the best cases ever made. They're anti-counterfeit. They're glass. They're steel. They're beautiful. And Fanatics is the way to do this. We're meant to do this.
We
together.
know, yeah.
So he goes, well, you make sure I'm in that meeting. Because I told him that we were coming into the office for another reason, to meet with someone else, kind of mid-level. And he goes, well, you make sure that my right-hand man is in that meeting. And so 4 days later, his right-hand man comes. We all kind of like, it comes full circle. That becomes the start of a long journey that we're still on with Fanatics. And it was because you got to be ballsy.
That's the partnership you want.
It is the partnership.
That's the partnership.
Yeah.
There's others, but that's
the partnership. Yeah.
You lock that one in, you're in every door.
Exactly. So we're working on all of those things, but very close to this big kind of launch on this G1.
Super fire.
Thank you.
Those are sick.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we're really proud of
They're like very obviously luxurious. Like this is something, this is worth something.
Yeah.
You feel that it's worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are sick, dude.
Thanks, man.
For everybody that's wondering, you can't feel this right now, but this feels like luxury.
And we have a lot of different combos.
This feels good.
That's what we want. We want that reaction that you're giving me right now.
It just feels good. Like this, I can understand this. Like if I were to go to a store and like, hey, I got a good card. I want to protect it. Great. This is something that if I were to buy or like it's an auction and I win the auction and get this.
You're happy?
It just feels like, feels like I got something. It feels like I got something special.
That's great, man. Well, I appreciate you saying that, man. It's been hard.
Long journey.
It's been so hard.
But listen, hard. I'm, no matter what you do in life, like I root for you, especially since we've been able to catch up a lot over the last, what is it? Couple years, right?
Couple years.
Yeah, we went probably about a decade not really talking to each other much. Like I guess seeing each other from a distance through social media and whatnot, but like not much. And to both kind of have been on this entrepreneurial, even finding life. What do we want and all this stuff? We relate so much.
We do.
To see you since the first time I talked to you about this and to see where it is now is dope. Like that's
Thank
fire.
You,
and you seem to be in really, really good spirits. Like you're excited about shit. That matters. You know, I'm always here for you if you need to talk.
We will talk.
Yeah, and vice versa. Like, yeah, because there's only so many people that can relate and understand, you know, the journey. But you got an amazing product here, dude. You have an amazing thing. You're gonna be successful no matter what you do in life.
Thank you, brother.
You just got to keep fucking putting your
so
head down.
much.
Yeah, just put your head down and go get after it. Don't think too deep into too much anymore. Yeah, you know, we talked about that before we even got on the podcast. But like,
get out of your own way. Man.
Get out of your own way. You know what you got to do. Do it. Stay locked in. Be great. Like, don't question it. The universe will give you what you deserve.
Yeah,
it will in due time.
And the same goes to you, man. You just have to, by just doing things, you're self-generating.
Yeah.
You know, energy.
Yeah.
And inspiration and opportunity.
Yep.
I mean,
facts.
The worst thing you can do is sit still.
Yeah.
If you just take a step, you'll clear your head, and then you'll get a new idea.
Yeah.
And so you're always taking a step in so many different directions. And I see it. I respect it. I love it because I can see what happens when people don't do that. They're complacent.
Correct.
And I feel bad for them. I have empathy for them. I do.
I don't ever want to be in the what if category.
We don't want to be in that category.
I want to know why it didn't. I'm okay with that. I could live with that. I took a shot.
Yeah.
You know. But listen, Collin, follow Collin. Follow
Appreciate
Mint.
That. Yeah. Follow Mint. Follow me.
Right there.
If you have any questions, want to know more about what we're doing, DM me. Happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about this all day.
Yeah, we're gonna do this again too when you're back over here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, little updates and whatnot.
Progress. Yeah.
Yeah. I love you, bro.
I love you too, man.
My guy.
Fantastic to see you, bro.
Yeah, and this is short. I mean, we could have done this for another hour.
I know we could have.
But
all right,
I got to pee again.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man.
I appreciate you, brother.
Dream chasing, one more time.